As you can see in the thumbnail and caption, our next set of physical pops from the Pop Digital Collection has arrived. Along with that, we're going to be opening up a box of our 25,000 Funko Redemption prototype from the cartoons and animation line. And we also have a prototype from Drop Arcade. So let's go ahead and get this one started. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time on this channel, enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Today's video, as I said in the intro, we're going to take a look at our next set that arrived from Pop Digital Collection. Also unbox some mystery prototypes from Funko Rewards as well as Drop Arcade. But let's take a look at the first ever set that released in 2025, which is pretty exciting because this is a set that started the updated stickers that show the final redemption numbers rather than what was actually available from the packs that could have been pulled. So let's take a look. Our first redeemable in the set was the legendary tree trunks. So you'll probably notice right away, look at the sticker. It's now holographic and shiny, which is awesome. Love that they made that change. Now, for this specific redeemable, if you opened up packs, there was a total of 1,800 that could have been pulled. But in the end, out of 1,800, only 1,287 were physically redeemed. So that's a pretty big difference. Almost Grail numbers right there. So Grail numbers are usually 999 and below. So not that far from that piece count. Honestly, this is a really fun one. Now, originally, this was actually shown as a pop facing forward in the box, but you can see it sideways. And they always state that the final product can vary from what we see. So there you go. That's an example right there. And then our next redeemable is another legendary. We have Susan Strong, which I believe is 1,299 were redeemed out of 1,800. This one's fun. Tiny head, big body. It's pretty much not what you usually see with a Funko Pop. There you go right there. On the back, you can see the actual card that you could have pulled and the actual piece count that was available from the pack. So that one's fun. And then we also have one more legendary in the set. This one is 1,311 out of 1,800 that were pulled, which is the Lich as Billy. Sorry, not pulled, but redeemed, because some people don't redeem their tokens when they're sent over. I know a couple of people have forgotten to redeem a token, or some people just want to keep the NFT of the token. There's NFT collectors that don't really care for the physical pops. I'm a mix of both. For example, with Toy Story, I got a mint #1 token of Scud, and I didn't redeem it. I kept the token, and I basically lost out on redeeming that physical Scud from that token, for example. So there you go. One less Scud that's going to be going around. And then here is the backside where you can see the actual piece count could have been 1,800, but out of 1,800, only 1,311 ended up being sent out as physical Funko Pops. This one has some really cool details for sure. All right. Of course, after we get the legendaries out of our way, we move on to everyone's favorite. Well, not everyone's, but we got the Grail. This one ended up being 696 pieces. It's BMO, and this one looks awesome. Love the translucent right there, and it's a glow in the dark too. So I think this was the first ever pop that we saw where the glow was on the box rather than a sticker on the screen. So that, I don't know. I feel like that was the first time we ever saw that. I don't remember for sure if it was like another exclusive that wasn't part of the digital collection, but for sure for digital collection, I think it was the first one where the sticker is no longer on the screen and it's part of the box. But this one's awesome. Really excited to see these out of the boxes. And you can see right there, could have been a total of 999, but basically 300 less. And that's a pretty big difference. So this is why I said not everyone's favorite, because some people are a big fan of the Freddies. I myself have every single Pop Digital Freddy, and I gotta say this one is one of the coolest ones they've done. We got Freddy as Finn and Proto as Jake. So there you go. Really cool. What was the final number on this one? 1,271 out of 2,400 were redeemed. That's a big difference. That's basically half of what could have been completed was actually redeemed. But this one's really fun because of the Buddy Proto right there. I love when they give us Buddy Pops like this, and we don't really see that much often. Have we ever gotten that for the digital collection? I think this might be our first one technically, I feel like. But I definitely love when they do that. I think this is definitely one of the coolest sets that have arrived so far, just because of the fact that we have the official counts on the stickers, and I feel like there's a lot of great molds behind this collection, and I haven't even seen Adventure Time. Once again, here we have our Adventure Time Series 2 Pop Digital Collection. These look incredible with the updated stickers, with the piece counts, but we cannot get a better look at them until we get them all out of the boxes. So let's go ahead and get to the magic in 3, 2, 1. And they're out. Here we have close to the full set out of our boxes. First up is Legendary Tree Trunks. First time they ever made a pop of this character. I think he looks great. And that's coming from someone that hasn't even seen the show. But check it out. I love the details on this one. And I like that the mouth is painted on the figure rather than a mold. And I think it looks really cool. Not so often do we have mouths on Funko Pops. And most of the time, if there is a mouth, it's a part of the mold instead. Over here we have Susan Strong, another one that has never had a pop before. Once again, the mouth is painted, and I love this one. It looks really cool. Obviously, being the character's design, the head had to be smaller than the body, but it's not so often that we see a pop where the head is small and the body is large. Most pops are known to have a large head and a small body, but these two look great, especially the fact that they are the first ever pops for these characters. Over here we have the Lich as Billy. Now, this guy over here looks pretty awesome. Love the mold. This might be one of the coolest molds they have ever done for a legendary piece in the Pop Digital line. Is it one of my personal favorites? Maybe not, but design-wise, it's got to be up there. It looks really neat. And you can see for this one, the mouth is, in fact, part of the mold. So you can see what I was talking about compared to those two right there. But definitely a really cool one. Now, Bimo over here, he looks amazing. So I love the translucent design, how you can see all the little pieces inside. But watch this. You'll see it better in a 360 look, but look at those batteries on the back. What an amazing design. This one looks insane. I'm sure the glow is going to look really cool too. So I'm definitely excited to check out the glow with you guys in a little bit. Now over here we have our royalty. We have Finn, Freddy, and Jake Proto. Now what's really cool about Jake, first ever character, I believe, that has both a Proto and a Freddy. So that Freddy was actually part of Adventure Time Series 1 in the Pop Digital line. And now in Series 2, we have Freddy as Finn and Proto Jake. So I'm really liking that they have a combo right there. And like I said, I think it's the first time they ever did that for one character, having both Freddy and a Proto. Maybe the next one I can see them doing that with is Scooby-Doo. Overall, though, these look amazing. So let's go ahead and get our 360 spins. Before we do our 360 spin, we have to look at the glow on Bimo. We have to. Oh, you can already see it. So we're charging it up really nicely with the black light. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is so good. You can see the heart glows a little bit too. It fades away really fast though. But for the most part, the glow on this one stays really nice. When it comes to green and blue, the glow usually holds really nice compared to like red or purple. But dang, this one looks nice. Oh yeah, that's a really cool one. Oh, you can see like some of the inside glows too. Wow. This one's really good. Oh yeah. right, so in this box, we have our Funko Rewards 25,000 Redemption Mystery Prototype from the Cartoons and Animation line. Now, I'm personally really hoping for something from the new Toy Story wave, or a SpongeBob Pop, or Land Before Time, because I do have the Spike from Fun Days, and I definitely would love to get the rest of the Land Before Time prototypes if possible. But my top two choices would be the SpongeBob right here. I've always wanted a SpongeBob related prototype, and I really love this pop. And another one would be Doodle Bob for sure. I've seen some of these others on the back in other people's collection. For sure, I've seen a Patrick, and I feel like I've seen one of the others, the Caveman one. But this would be my top pick for a SpongeBob prototype. And then I also, as I said, I would love any from Toy Story, but I would love to get this Pop Ride Woody on Bullseye Funko Shop exclusive. This is awesome. It's one of my favorite pops this year so far. So prototype version would be amazing to own. And I remember at Fun Days, someone pulled the Alien from the set. I would actually be happy with any of those in the back right there. But the Alien, someone pulled a colored one right in front of me. And I really wish I asked them if they're selling it, because they ended up selling it and I was too late for the Facebook post. And I know who owns it, but I don't know if they'll ever sell it. I told them, if you ever do, please let me know. Let's see what we got though. I'm nervous. I'm usually not like the luckiest person when it comes to protos. It's very rare that I get something that I really want. Now for the drop protos, for the most part, I've been happy with everything I've gotten, because I have almost every single drop exclusive pop anyways. So I'm always really happy with most of those, but I haven't gotten any of like my super wanted pieces. You know what I mean? All right, there's a lot of bubble. Okay, so it's definitely not a big pop. So forget about those two I just showed you. All right, I'm gonna move. I have it under the table, so I'm not looking. All right. Yeah, it's a small pop. It has a stand. Let's see what it is. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's Cinderella. Okay. Yeah, it's Cinderella right there. It says it on the bag too. All right. I love Disney, but this is kind of a letdown. I'm not going to lie. I do like this pop. I have the actual pop in my collection, and I just don't think this looks that cool. But what's funny is I got the Jack and Gus prototype in the teacup. I have that one. I actually bought it from Fugitive Toys, I believe. I think it was Fugitive during their Whatnot Live. But that might look cool next to this one. Overall, though, I would have preferred if it had some color to it. But I guess it could have been worse, but definitely could have been a lot better. And there you have it. Cinderella and Jack and Gus prototypes side by side. Honestly, seeing it together like this, I may keep her. Now, obviously, I had some others I was hoping to get instead. But overall, being a Disney fan, I can't complain too much. And that's just how it goes with prototypes. You just don't know where you're going to get. And it's not super likely that whatever you do pull will be something that fits in your collection. But overall, I always enjoy opening up mystery prototypes. And it's very rare for me to get some from like Fun Days or Funko Rewards. So that's why I really enjoyed the Drop Arcade, and I was very competitive with that, and I tried to win as many as possible. And it was pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. It cost a lot to make sure I did get my wins. But now that we got this one open, let's move on to the Drop Arcade Mystery Prototype. So here we have our Drop Arcade Mystery Proto. These usually come in the same size box as always. That Funko Rewards one was in a pretty big box, so I was kind of hoping for that Pop Ride Woody on Bullseye, but as you saw, the box and pop size were completely off. All right. So usually with the Drop Arcade Mystery Protos, they come in a little drop box. So, all right, here it is. Woo! All right, I'm pretty nervous. I am pretty nervous. Feels kind of heavy. I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of heavy. So, if you're wondering what I'm really hoping for, Let me name like 3 that I really want. Mosquito and Amber Grail from Jurassic Park. Baby Head Grail from Toy Story. Honestly, I'd be happy with almost everything from Toy Story. I would be happy with any of the Toy Story ones. And then my third pick would probably be either Hungarian Horntail from Harry Potter or Eustace Bag from Cartoon Network. So I think those would be my most wanted protos. Okay. Oh, it has like a base. Huh. Can it be like Frankenstein? No, it can't be Frankenstein because the back would be flat too. Mummy? Mummy has a base too. It could be the Mummy maybe? I don't know. All right, let's find out what this is. Let's find out what this is. It might be the Mummy. Oh, it's the Puppet Master from Scooby-Doo. Oh, this one's cool. This one's really cool. I like this one a lot. Now, that's another one I would have liked, the Black Knight, but this one's really cool. I remember when the set came out, I really enjoyed the mold of this one. Oh, this is cool. This is neat. This might be one of my favorite ones I pulled from Drop Arcade so far. This is a really cool one. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of everything I shared in today's video. Love to know if you guys got the Adventure Time Series 2 Pop Digital Collection. And if you have not, let me know if you guys plan to add any of those in your collection in the future. I'd also love to know which piece in this set was your personal favorite. Share your thoughts on the prototypes I pulled today. I'm definitely happy with the Drop Arcade one. Now, the one from my Funko Rewards program redemption, honestly, I can't be super disappointed because it does look pretty nice with my Jack and Gus, but I definitely would have preferred some of the others I named or just something more exciting overall. But it's always nice to get a prototype, so I cannot complain, that's for sure. I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking time to watch this video. Truly appreciate your time and support. Let me know what you guys like in the next videos. Thank you all for watching, and peace.